Hey friends, I'm just doing this in my car because it's late and people are sleeping. Just wanted to say congratulations to Shaylin and congratulations to myself because bitch, we made it! Okay, we had a goal in mind to make it to the final two, or to make it to the final four, and two of the four of us made it here. So I'm just going to break down my game a little bit. I started off this game really trusting Matt because I met him at OrgFest and I love Matt. So we got along great and I felt like I could confide my secrets in him because in real life I've done that with him, so I felt like in the game it would be the same. I soon found out that that wasn't the case. He exposed what I was talking to him about to Gibson, and I exposed the Charlie's Angels alliance that we had. So it was me, Gibson, Adriana, and Lex. And as soon as Gibson came to me and told me that, I knew that I couldn't trust him anymore. But they were both mad at me, and they were both on opposite ends of the house. So it really did not benefit me at all because now two of the head honchos of each of the side of the house are mad at me and they're both not going to want to, play with me. And all of a sudden, that week that Matt was like, cross-referencing his information with other people about me, he also told me that he was going to keep me safe because he was HOH in the group, and then saved Jeremy without warning, and he had a whole elaborate plan on how he was going to save me, and then I watched the plan unfold and that wasn't the way it went down at all. So at that point on, I knew I had to not work with Matt, but I needed him because now I'm on the block, and not only am I on the block, but I'm on the block and Andrew Gibson and his whole crew wants me out too. So what did I do? Well, I did what any strategic player would have done, and I just played dead because it made the most sense. Like, who in their right minds is going to vote to evict somebody who's not even playing? Like, I wouldn't. That doesn't make sense. I never tried that strategy before, so I knew that people who've played with me before wouldn't think that that was normal behavior or whatever. I was trying something new. I was pulling something out of my bum, and it worked. And it worked, and it really benefited me because with that happening, Erin Lashwa ended up leaving a couple weeks later. And Matt told Erin to give me her points because Matt had already accepted points from Megan. So the points were like 77 points. And the only reason that Matt was telling Erin to give it to me is because I'm not playing the game, guys. Remember? Like, I suck. I am not in it to win it. But I took those points, and I played Wicked mini comps, and I earned enough points to get 120 to be able to buy my power when I needed to use it. I told my alliance I would use it on them, and I was going to, had it come down to that point. But everybody was looking at my alliance as the trio. Victoria was never included in this. Little do you guys know, I created this alliance. Like, I was with Matt, I was with Ashley, I was with Billy, blah, 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 but not really. Like, I was with Matt and Ash. Ash saved me week 1, and me and TJ are boys for life. Like, I love the kids so much. So, like, I knew that I wasn't their initial target, but I also knew that once their initial targets left, that I'm next. So I told myself I have to, like, get a group together that's strong enough to take this side out. And I've been talking back and forth with Amanda for a couple of weeks now, and this was around a couple of weeks before the instant rounds, eviction rounds. So I was really tight with Stephanie, and Steph is my girl. Like, me and her, I would have taken her to final 2, and she knows it, and I think she would have done the same. We were riding together, and it was fun to ride with Steph. It was hard when I had to, we essentially knew that one of us was going home. We knew Jackie had 9 minutes, and we each had an 11-minute range, and that was really hard. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. So I talked to the girls. I talked to Amanda. I never really talked to Shay. Like, we talked a little bit, but it wasn't, like, anything deep or anything. But I always knew where her head was at because I was close with Amanda. So I talked to Amanda. I told her to get Shay on board. I talked to Steph. Steph and Amanda had some doubts about, you know, where their loyalties lied, because Amanda was super, you know, against Matt, and she felt like Steph was going to be with Matt. I reassured Amanda this was not the case. Steph and I had been talking about taking Matt out for a long time, and we just needed something solid to be able to do so. So as soon as the girls were on board, I created a group that night. I named it VAS, which stood for Victoria, Amanda, Stephanie, and Shay. It also stood for Vaginas Are Super Strong. Thank you very much, Amanda. Because I wanted a girl to win so badly. Like, every single time I see an FBBB winner, oh my god, it's always a boy. Like, give a girl the crown for once. Like, So, I built this alliance for protection because I knew that there was going to be this immense clash of the Titans as soon as these 3 rounds were up. And I needed to be protected. So, Matt essentially called me, and I played dumb because that was my MO. Like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing in this game. Please do tell me who I should vote for. Tell me what to do because I have no idea. No, this was just my strategy of the game. He said, you need to come work with me, TJ, Ashley, and Billy so that we don't get picked off one by one by these girls. Yeah, okay. Little does he know, I created the fucking girls. Like, I want the girls to win. But I can't tell them that because they might have powers. So I am literally a double agent right now. That was my role in the alliance. I would get whatever information, whatever power information or anything like that, and I would report it back to my crew. And every single person in the house was labeling Steph, Shane, Amanda as the trio. That made me so happy because mission accomplished. Like, the fact that I could play that off so well, I was proud of myself. So Matt offered this danky, you know, alliance saying that we need each other, and if I didn't go with Matt, I would be picked off next by the girls, and I didn't have powers, he said, so I can't do anything. Like, I'm literally just a sitting duck. I had powers, I had numbers. I lied because I didn't want them to pull out a power. That was the only time that I lied, and I'm sorry, Billy, and that's the one thing I'm really sorry about. I wish I could have just been straight up with you. But had I been straight up with you, then I wouldn't be sitting here today. So I'm sorry. I do see this game a lot like a strategic game, mirroring chess, you know. And if we're mirroring chess, then Amanda is like the queen, Matt is the king, Steph and Shay are like the bishops, Billy and TJ are the knights, and me and Jack were pawns. But you know what happens when a pawn makes it to the end of this game? They become whatever the fuck they want to become. Whatever pawn, whatever object has been out of the game, they can transform themselves into anything. And tonight, I am transforming myself into the motherfucking queen of this game because I surpassed everything. I wasn't nominated week 2. That was a twist. And then I wasn't nominated the other week as well. The only time that I was nominated was when I told Shay to put me up on the block against Matt as a strategy so that Matt would save me if he won the veto. And Shay promised me that she would take me off the block if she won the veto, and she loved the idea, and she did exactly that. I was able to do what so many people in this jury house wanted to do and couldn't do, and that was evict Matt from the house, and that was probably the biggest move of the series, or else he would have won the game. Like, let's be real. I'm super proud that 2 of the 4 alliance members of the alliance I created are in the final 2, especially, like, I'm a little bit more proud that I made it because I'm just so mind blown that I went from strategy. Like, I was strategizing all the time. I was driving Phil crazy. But if you guys think that comp wins is the reason why somebody should win this game, then you guys have to give it to Shay, because she creamed me. I won competitions when I needed to win. I won the instant rounds when I needed to win the instant rounds. And I won against Stephanie, which really broke my heart. I was actually on call with Steph for an hour, like, waiting for the results, knowing it was me or her, and just saying to her, like, I don't care if if you lose, if you won, and I go to jury, you have my vote, girl. You got to make it to the end. Like, I was genuinely sad, because she was the person I wanted to sit with in the end, and I love Shay, so I'm still happy. But that would have been the ideal for me. It just didn't happen that way. But I hope I made you proud. And I even if I win or lose today, guys, I changed my pawn status to queen, and I'm so happy. And I just wanted to say a quick shout out to everyone in the jury. Billy, I'm not going to go in order because I'm over the order thing. I don't do things in order. I do things the way I want. So Billy, you have the prettiest blue eyes, and I'm really sorry. You couldn't stay in this game. Like, you were going to come after me. You were going to take me out in a heartbeat. And the moment that you told me that you're just laying low and you're flirting with people and you're just trying to make it week per week and you're floating, and that you don't really care to win this comp and that you can throw it, red flag. I told the girls that immediately, and I wanted you out of the house, and that's when I think Shaylin won the HOH and sent you home, because I did not feel confident, because you were playing such a similar game to myself. I couldn't risk it. Jacqueline, we were close. When I evicted Billy, you brought up a final two. I had one with Steph already, but I definitely thought about that idea because it made sense. Like, we've played the most, we're two pawns, man. Like, it would be the fairest fight, and like, it would have made the most sense. It was close, but I think that you're a great girl. I think that you're really calm and down to earth, and you don't talk a lot. That's okay. I talk enough, so. TJ, my boy for life. You know I love you. It's weird, because the last game we played together, I was totally with you, and then this time, well, just, our paths didn't cross, but that's cool. I'll see you again in another game, and our paths will cross, and I love you, and you're awesome. And Matt, you're fierce as fuck. Shady, fierce, like, so many things. You were a force to be reckoned with, and you would have won this game, and I hope that you know that you would have won this game had you been sitting in the final two. Amaria, girl, you just give me the best vibes. Like, you're so sweet and genuine, and you make me laugh, and I think that you're a really nice person, and I got to talk to you a little bit during the game, and you seemed really funny and really fun, and we didn't really get deep about anything, and that was totally fine with me. Maddie, we did get a little bit deeper. I did get a really good vibe with you as well. You're super sweet, and I know that you were really sad about your competition, and honestly, it was so close to keeping you. It's just that in my mind, you were close with the other side, and I didn't really know where your head was at in this game, I felt like, not that you were a flip-flopper, but I felt like your allegiance wasn't to me 100%, and I couldn't really afford losing Jack over losing someone who wasn't really with me.